Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football back here at the Texas High School Coaches Association Convention here with the head coach of the 5A Division II state champions South Oak Cliff Golden Bears, Coach Jason Todd. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us. I guess we're going to try to do a repeat of last year where you sat with us last year, and
yes,
things seemed to work out in the fall okay for you guys, I guess, right?
Yeah, it did. Everything was like it was prophesized, and it ended up all coming true. Now it's time to get back to it again and see if we can do it again.
It was written, right? It was written.
It was already written.
So, first off, how busy was your off season? I imagine you had a few more things on your docket this off season. After that's the thing about winning a state championship is that everybody wants a little bit of your time. You were pretty busy, I guess.
Yeah, very busy. Actually, it won't end until the next 2 Saturdays. I have to go to Houston for engagements, and then after that, going into August, I'll be officially done.
Yeah.
Then
you can actually coach football, right?
Yeah. But we've been focusing, still doing that, but at the same time, we had to take some time to do some other things we normally hadn't had to do.
And you guys are speaking, I think, tomorrow, right? Or is it today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow at 12 o'clock.
That's obviously a big honor to speak at the Texas. I mean, you guys have spoken at a lot of clinics in the past as you guys have had success in your program.
Yeah.
How big of an honor is that to be asked to speak at the big convention?
It's a big honor. Just thinking about for the last 21 years I've been coming since I've been coaching, and to be sitting in that stands last year to now I'll be up on the stage this year, it's a big difference.
Yeah. It just speaks to the kind of program you have, and I talked to Coach Finner about it a little bit earlier, and we've talked about it in the past on camera, the perception of inner city coaches and that kind of thing. And I feel like at this point you guys have kind of taken that narrative and punted it out of the field, because when you look at what you guys accomplished in the playoff run last year, beating Aledo, you beat Aledo, then you beat a really high-powered Lovejoy team that had a great offense. Lubbock Cooper, who you had to go out to West Texas and take on a new challenge out of town, new environment for you guys, playing a good team out there in Abilene. And then the state championship game, you guys play Liberty Hill, who runs a very unique scheme and runs it better than just about anybody else. And you guys were able to coach them. And Coach Darden from Lubbock Cooper, I think the thing he said, he texted me after the Liberty Hill game, and he goes, we lost to the state champs. He's like, they were the most well-coached, talented, and disciplined team that we've ever played. And so I think that just speaks to you guys and the level of coaching that you guys have done. So congratulations on that.
Oh, thanks a lot. Because my staff, they do a tremendous job. Like I tell people all the time, I'm just a small piece of it. But, each one of those guys brings something to the table, and it's something that the kids and the program and the city benefits from.
I'll ask you about the Liberty Hill game especially because, I was out in Abilene at the semifinal game.
Yeah.
After you guys take care of Lubbock Cooper, you're in Coach Ward, I saw on the field, your defensive coordinator, and he goes, hey, who won the Liberty Hill Crosby game?
Yeah.
And I was like, Liberty Hill won. And he kind of goes, okay, slot T. He's like, never defended the slot T before. When did you first pop on the film of that game? Did you watch it on the bus home, or did you wait till you got back home?
Actually, when it got down to the last 2, we would go on YouTube and in different places and try to just look at both teams toward the end of the week of that Cooper game. So we knew it was 2 different type of styles. Crosby was more athletic, but we knew that Liberty Hill offense was something very different. Similar to what we faced against the Ennis and some teams like that.
Yeah, I think the Ennis and Frisco kind of they're a little bit different. So looking back on it, I want you to give away all your secrets. What do you feel like was the key in that state championship game to holding a really good offense to 14 points?
I think it was some adjustments we made, and it really wasn't so much adjustments. We had a couple of miscommunications on the calls that were supposed to be executed. And we were able to catch that, where that miscommunication was coming from. We were able to correct those. And, pretty much in the whole second half, we were good to go. We held them in check. Yeah, luckily they didn't have a great field goal kicker, so, that helped us also too.
Now, one more question about last year. We sat here in this chair last year. I think we were further down on the other side there. You said if you guys played in the state championship, it would be a sellout. And I would say your side on that Saturday at AT&T Stadium, there was probably about 40,000 people dressed in white for South Oak Cliff. It was a sight to be seen. When you looking back on that, when you looked in the stands and saw that massive crowd, it had to make you feel good and make you be proud to be from Dallas.
Yeah, and it did kind of send a tingle to through your body. When I first walked out there, I looked up. I'm like, they're here, and just that crowd for the kids to see that type of support behind them, and the coaches and everybody. We knew we had to get it done, and that's kind of when our whole key was we had to go to Abilene was if we just bring it back to Dallas, we gonna make it happen.
Now let's look ahead to 2022 because it's about to get going now.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
practice is about to start. So when you look at your ball club in 2022, obviously we have you guys. First off, you're on the cover of the magazine. Congratulations!
Yes. Thank you.
I mean, you mentioned I didn't know this. You are the first black head coach to be featured on the cover of Dave Campbell's Texas Football.
Yeah, I didn't even know that either.
That's a huge honor. I mean, you being if you're a big historian, if you weren't a football coach, would you be a history teacher, you think?
No, I'll probably be doing something to make a little more money.
Yeah,
than
I got you.
Yeah.
But you're a
but
historian
I love to
on the side, right?
Yeah. It'll be my side, it'll be my hobby.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. And so you guys on the cover of Dave Campbell's, we have you ranked number 1.
Yes.
And I feel like it's a deserved honor because of the success you had last year. You have a lot coming back.
Yes.
But that target is on your back now. How do you talk to your kids about handling that? Because I almost feel like it's harder once you get to it's hard to get to the top of the mountain. But it might be harder to stay on top of the mountain.
Yeah, because everybody's shooting for you. The thing we tell the kids all day, first of all, I know how kids are. They're going to get complacent. They're going to get a little lax at times. We know when to push the buttons, and we know when to ease up and just let them be themselves. And I think that's the biggest thing we learned last year was, each team is different, and those guys were a very loose group. Mm-hmm. But being loose was how they were focused and locked in. And, we're up for the challenge because, even though we're at the top, we still have a mindset that we're at the bottom, and we still got a lot more to prove because, everybody says it's a fluke.
Yeah.
You did it one time. So if we want to be considered a program and kind of change the perception, we've got to continue to show that we can make deep playoff runs year in and year out and be a state title contender.
And your non-district schedule, I imagine, will help prepare you for that. You guys are playing. Number one, there were some questions coming in a realignment because we knew Dallas is going to have – I believe 10 schools in 5A Division II. So we weren't sure if you guys were going to go to a zone concept or go to the just everybody play round robin. How happy were you to play that zone concept to be able to get those tough non-district games on your schedule?
It was mandatory for me. We need that because the thing is we like to test our kids early, fix what we have to fix, and then be prepared for the playoffs. So we wouldn't have been able to get that done just playing one game and then going through an entire district, playing every team in our district. It wouldn't have been beneficial for us. So the district understood that from our aspects, not just for SOC, but for the other teams also.
Yeah, I mean, just looking, I look at your district. I think Woodrow Wilson's got a chance to be a really good team as well.
Yeah, they've been having a lot of success.
And those guys playing those non-district games, will help as well. So, but it definitely, I mean, you look at your schedule. I mean, you're when you win a state championship, people. Only the best want to play the best, and so you guys are testing yourselves early against the best. How excited are you to prove yourself? I mean, because obviously you win a 5A state championship, but on the south side of Dallas, there, everybody talks about Duncanville and DeSoto and Lancaster and Cedar Hill and those guys. You're playing three of those 4 opponents in non-district. You'll have a chance to prove yourself. How excited are you for the challenge?
I'm very up for that task this year. Because number one, I understand it's a learning curve you have to go through, and I think we went through our learning curve. Now we're going to see are we able to compete with those big boys in the 6A division. And the key thing with my kids, they're not afraid. So it's not that we're confident as far as that we just going to go out and win every game, but we're going to go compete every game, and we just want to have a chance to win in the fourth quarter.
It's kind of a blueprint. I remember it might have been your first couple of years coaching at SOC. You guys played at Longview back-to-back years.
Yes.
And there were people on message boards and Twitter, and Coach Todd is crazy. What is he doing? What he was doing? But there was a bigger vision and bigger plan for that to play those kind of games and get your kids and your coach. I mean, even your coaches, accustomed to those kind of environments, right? Yeah,
and playing the Longview game, what a lot of people didn't realize is that it was set for one day we'd be playing Aledo because it's a similar type of atmosphere. It's you against the world, and we went down there twice. We had all kind of adversity. The bus broke down. One of the bus broke down, and it was just the environment where the kids looked around. We walked out in that stadium down there, and they were like, Coach, man, they got people sitting on the outside line too.
Yeah.
And how big the band was and how early the people were at the game. So, I was preparing the kids for playoff football, that they had never seen before.
They didn't know you were preparing them for them, but it was a bigger picture in place. So, all right, final question for you now. You guys are down here in San Antonio, and I know everybody's got their spots and places they want to go. You got any favorite San Antonio spots that you guys hit?
No, not really. We trying to find out. So we just got our navigation system on and letting it guide us. Guide us where it takes us.
There you go. Well, we'll see you at the Coaches Social tonight for sure, won't we?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's Jason Todd, head coach of the South Oak Cliff Golden Bears. Coach, we appreciate what you do for student athletes here in the state of Texas, and good luck in 2022.
Hey, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you.